Christmas action. Merry Christmas, one and all. I hope you're having a fantastic freaking time out there in YouTube land. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, no matter where you are in the world. I am honoured and delighted to be with you this fine festive evening. I hope we're going to have a great time. I have some coffee, which is... I'm quite excited about because I'm an old man. I have water, but most important, and I want you to do this too, if you could. Now, it's your own choice. I have this thing called Frangelico. It's quite a nice nut liqueur. I do quite like it. So I will be having. I prefer it to sherry, quite frankly. Right? I was looking around what I had. I didn't want to get anything too heavy because I'm a lightweight. So, but anyway. Pull up a stump. Pull up a stump. Get yourself a drink. We'll be having a few drinks together. Hopefully, guests will be dropping in. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I got some thoughts. I want to tell you on the world. At the same time, I'm being generally terrified. I'm very optimistic as well. Right? I'm very optimistic. I'll tell you why. Because I had the same thought. Let's start with having a drink. Okay, if you have a drink ready yet, very good. We'll have a drink together. By the way, before I go further, let me look this up. I would like. I'm going to be saying I'm saying over what I think an interesting thought on. What's the Christian word for it? Oh, Father Miller told it to me. Oh, begins with P. What was it? Hebrew was Divrei Torah. What the hell is... Oh, man. I can't remember. Anyway. Listen, I'll work it out. But it's the thing. It's an idea. It's an idea that you think is beneficial. An idea you think is beneficial, and you bring different sources to develop that idea. So I want to do that tonight. It's actually something that's quite prized. If you have an idea, in Judaism, having good ideas is considered a good thing. We like that, right? So, theoretically, anyway. So they don't like it in practice. It's like people like art and anarchy, and then they like see the reality of it in like Johnny Lydon, and they're like, oh well, that's scary. But anyway. Giving over ideas. It's a gift if you do it in somebody's merit. So I would like to do it in somebody's merit tonight. Let me see if I can find his name. That'll be fan-freaking-tastic, because tonight I believe is what in Judaism we call a yortzeit. A yortzeit is the night commemorating the passing of a loved one. So I saw somebody post something about this on Facebook. What's this? Classic star having one streaming service next week. Okay, fine. Hope you're not going to be stuck with Just Discovery, which is legitimately awful, right? Legitimately awful. Fine, hang on, I'm going to look it up. Hang on. There we go. And where is it? Oh, where is it? I just saw him post about this. Okay, this is in memory of Derek McManus's father, John Kitson McManus. He's Derek is missing him on his on this special day. Look, Derek, mate. If he was ever with you, I'm sure he's with you now. Okay, I'm sure he's with you now. But this idea should be in his merit, which he absolutely deserves. Having producing such a wonderful son as yourself, if I may say so. Anyway, pour yourself a drink, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start with some Frangelico, as legend has it, made by ancient monks. So I will read this to you as the evening goes on. So L'chaim is to life, right? L'chaim is to life. Merry Christmas, season's greetings, what I know. Oh, lovely. Oh, wish I had some cigarettes now. Oh, man, I'm always like, whenever I drink, I always like, that's just smoke. Anyway, I don't smoke. I mean, I do very, very occasionally, like once or twice, every few years. I haven't cigarette for years. I prefer, if I'm going to smoke, I prefer a cigarette over a cigar. Anyway, so the same thing is repeated a couple of times in my life, which means I see that as an act of possible insanity, as a message, right? Because I think that's the way God talks to you, right? So I had this idea earlier this week, I talked about it. I said, the cure for many problems is having different people live together. Like the cure for many problems, having different perspectives. That's probably a very good thing, right? And I think that's an intrinsic aspect of the. Sorry, I just swallowed my song. An intrinsic aspect of a messianic age. It's a basic. Why are you okay with other people? Because you respect yourself. If you respect yourself and you believe in yourself, you're not intimidated or worried about somebody else respecting themselves, right? And you're interested, right? You're open-minded. Like, I'd like to hear this perspective, right? So because we had this big thing, still ongoing, I'm still shocked, right? Still, the reason I'm terrified. This like real central Jewish value, nobody gives a shit about. It's like it's really crazy. Like, I always thought it was like one of the central things, right? And people talk about giving a shit about it, but in real life, it's like, wow, you really genuinely don't give a shit about it. It's like, and like nobody. So I'm really in shock about that, right? So that was my fallout over the past week when I really came to realize that, right? And I think God has studiously and meticulously been showing me how things are over the last couple of years. Because man, I did not think it was like this. Anyway, I digress. So that's why I'm terrified, because I think we have reached the world has exceeded the levels of the generation of the flood, which was punished by, you might have heard of it, the flood, right? The flood, the end of reality. The flood's the big one, right? But it's a homily. Now I remember the name. You see, I remember the name because it was a bit of a Christmas miracle. To be joined by my first guest of the evening. I'm very, very excited to see him. Haven't seen him for a while. It's very strange. It's all sunny where he is. It's night for me. It's of course the one, the only, the inimitable Father Christopher Miller, the Nerd Father. How are you, sir? Oh, and then we're looking out the window. Was this too early? Should I take you off? You're on mute.
There we go.
There you go.
So no, we it's 11 o'clock in the morning here. It's actually really warm. Yesterday it got up in the upper 60s, which is weird. Shouldn't be like that in Christmas Eve in the Midwest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a while. I've been through a lot over the last month. I don't think we streamed since I was in the hospital.
Sorry?
I don't think we streamed since I've been in the hospital.
You were in the hospital? I didn't even know you were in the hospital. When were you in the hospital?
Yeah, I had.
Was it recently?
I thought last month, because I thought I sent you a text from the hospital saying I thought I had the coof, and it turned out to be blood clots in the lungs.
No! Oh, wait, yes. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. Yes, you're absolutely right.
It's been a while.
I'm sorry. There's been so many other adventures happen. That was like 2 seasons ago for me, right? In Speed Time, that was like, what? Oh, that's back in season 3. Oh, okay. So I'm very glad. So I'm very glad you're out. So, are you on was it blood thinners? Is that?
I'm on blood thinners. The weird thing is we have no clue how they came about. It was just I was out to dinner with a group of 7. Within a few days, 2 of them came down with the coof, and then I started getting some chest pains and shortness of breath. Not thinking heart attack or anything like that, but just figuring I've been around coof. I thought I had the coof. Went to get tested and not the coof.
Listen. You may have been feeling bothered by Satan controlling all aspects of the earth. That might be getting on top of you. I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I see Problem Beans in the chat, and I remember his response to my comment. Being in the ER was more enjoyable than Doctor Who Flux.
Blimey. Okay, I haven't seen the end of ER, so I didn't see the beginning of it.
No. Being in the emergency room, the ER.
Was better. Well, I imagine it was. I mean, come on. Flux went on for 6 weeks.
Yeah, that was painful. It was very painful. It's very pointless. And I'm so confused, and I don't care
professional
for it.
medicine is terrible. Oh, one second. We have another guest joining us. Problem being, how
Oh,
you doing, sir?
speak of the devil.
There was a rabbi, a priest, and a homosexual.
Why are you assuming there's just one homosexual? You're making assumptions, baby.
I don't know what it says about me, but I thought of that clip I sent you. Are you being served with Mr. Humphreys?
I love Mr. Humphreys.
Ho,
Brilliant.
ho, ho, little boy, have I got a surprise for you?
Nathan struck him down.
I was just going to say he's been smited.
He's back. 1 second. Kazam.
You got smited there, Father.
Her fault.
Oh, puddy toots.
Her fault. She walked on the keyboard.
No.
I'm terribly sorry. So, are you open for saying what's going on with you, or have you talked about this?
Not yet.
Okay, fine. Very good. So, but yeah, things are developing. We can say that.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, stay tuned for your channel.
At the end of the week.
Yeah, stay tuned for your channel. There will be a big channel news, right?
No, I don't know if there'll be I don't know if I'll do a video on it.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
I'll watch it.
I know. I'll let you know.
Okay, whatever. Stay tuned to your channel anyway, right? It's always a good idea. I can't dissuade anybody from it. Problem being, what are you doing on Christmas?
Well, I have the best neighbors in the world. They actually brought me over some Christmas dinner.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Isn't that
that's like I love
amazing.
Christmas. People are like that.
And it's the best. I had like turkey with proper Brussels sprouts cooked in butter, so it was really nice. Parsnips.
The way it should be done.
Cranberry sauce, roast potatoes, and parsnips, and red wine. And they even after that, they brought me around a Christmas pudding and a Bailey's.
Oh, now you're talking. Do you have a Christmas pudding at your... Father Miller, you don't know what Christmas pudding is, do you?
He doesn't know.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Merry Christmas.
My wife makes Christmas pudding, and it's really good. I have it like once a year. But
also, the Americans don't have mince pies on Christmas Day either.
No, but we do. My wife makes mince pies. She's very
now I'm thinking I'm going to have to watch the Mr. Bean Christmas episode with the Daleks in the manger scene.
All right. I'm erring to Are You Being Served? Although I was planning tonight on watching the Last Train to Christmas. What's the one? The way it's got. Is
that on Netflix?
I know. I downloaded it.
I just checked on BritBox. They've got the new Patrick Troughton animations on there now.
Ooh.
Oh yes, they do. Yeah, they're pretty darn good.
Mm.
Have you seen Evil of the Daleks? Is excellent.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I just saw it. It was on there today. I was like, ooh.
Okay, so Evil of the Daleks is a super Russell T Davies episode, right? Story. It's so Russell T Davies. It starts off insanely contemporary, right? It's like a thriller. It's like a contemporary thriller. Then goes into a weird sci-fi historical, and then you have a big season finale on Scarrow. It's freaking awesome. I'm dead. It's absolutely a Russell T.
And then
Davies.
you get Chib Balls coming out with Eve of the Daleks. It's like, oh, please don't.
I got to stay up. I got to start my stream at 10. So for that one, I saw
the trailer and it doesn't look exciting at all.
Did you see the promo pic?
Yes,
that BBC America released. It's three of them. Guess what? Sat round the table.
Yeah, sat round the table. They love the sitting round the table.
You know what? Today, right on BBC One, they played the one that David Tennant is in. That TV film that BBC made, was it Around the World in 80 Days?
Oh, was that any good?
Yeah. No. They showed the trailer, and after that, they showed the Doctor Who trailer. So,
how embarrassing!
Yeah, it was interesting.
Awkward.
Yeah, but it just looks like that David Tennant's playing second fiddle
it's
to
like
a female
enjoying a good meal and then having to
it
come up being. It's like eating a good meal. The Tennant trailer would be like eating a good meal, and then watching Jodie is like Epitech.
I'd need a Rennies or something.
It's totally a bottle episode, right? First, it was a Christmas episode. They lost a Christmas slot. But secondly, it's a bottle episode. It's Groundhog Day in a warehouse. They film, so it's like There's 20 minutes of footage, approximately, I think, of it. But it's my guess. I reckon they saved money on this one.
Well,
they're going to save viewers as well.
Yeah.
What's it up against? Masked Singer or something?
Yeah, the Masked Singer.
Is it ITV?
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah. I think that's quite a popular show, isn't it? One
can only hope. But wait, I have to say, a full stocking of guests is good, but a fuller stocking of guests is even better. Please, may I introduce to the screen a Critical Blast. How are you? You're Batman regalia.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. What's that?
See, that's what Batman should wear on Christmas. I want fun Batman
with the ears sticking out.
I want that 70s Batman with Batmite. Right, done today.
Oh,
that'd be weird. That's what I want.
That'd be more Adam West Batman, I think, wouldn't it?
Merry Christmas, everyone.
I
by the way.
think I want to be sillier than that. I want to have like Mr. Mispliznik. Wouldn't that be awesome?
No.
Back in the day, they all had one.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, Superman had Mitch's Pidalek. There was Batmite. Aquaman had Quisp. The Flash had. The Flash had one that apparently gave him his powers in one story. That was his secret origin. That this
wow.
I want to see Bizarro Superman on.
Okay, but why have we seen Bizarro on TV, on movies? By the way, please, gentlemen, pour yourselves a drink.
I've got myself a Jack Daniels and Coke. So.
There you go. Good. I didn't meet the employee. You weren't an alcoholic.
What?
Yeah. So everybody have a good Christmas day then? Did everybody have a good Christmas day?
I mean, listen.
I know you didn't, Father.
I should tell you, I had fun. So, as you know, Christmas is a holy day of obligation for Catholics, so they have to go to church. I have Mass scheduled tomorrow. So not only do I have the Christmas schedule, I have the Sunday schedule starting tonight. One of my 14-year-olds, when he was leaving church, you could hear the cry of anguish coming out of his mouth when he heard it.
There you go.
I went
last night we
anyway.
had a very good Christmas dinner. I'm sorry?
No, I went to midnight mass last night. I was just saying to Father, I was there. So
mine was at 10.
Mine was at 11. So there you go.
Hey, one second. I forgot. I was gonna add regalia to my.
That colour so suits you.
It does. I'm sorry. I've been somewhat remiss. There you go.
Do you have any crackers?
Yeah.
Or is that what they call it, crackers?
Yeah,
that's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. But I make special crackers that you can use on Sabbath because normally a cracker you need to go bang, right? You pour goes bang. So I make ones that don't go bang and they don't rip, so it's a Sabbath friendly.
There you go, King of the Jews.
I would so have that on my business card. Hi, King of the Jews, pleased to meet you.
You're making Father blush. What's going on?
I was just going to say, not my king.
Got a funny colour.
Not my king.
His face is matching.
No, listen. I didn't mean to intimate. I thought the absurdity of it was funny.
Oh wait a moment, Rabbi. So did you sit down and have a meal today, or how's it in your place then? I know you had a meal last night, right?
Normally, if it wasn't Sabbath, I wouldn't, right?
Yeah.
But we do Christmas Sabbath. So every Sabbath we do two big meals. We do Friday night and lunch, Sabbath day lunch, about 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. So for lunch we did Jewish American Christmas, which is Chinese food. Because what do you do on Christmas if you're Jewish? You get Chinese food. It's the only thing that's open, right? That's Jewish American Christmas. Is Chinese food. Cool. Ask any Jew in America. What do you have for Christmas? Now. They will tell you Chinese food. It's 100% true.
I like Chinese food.
So we had that for lunch. But last night we did British Christmas. Way better.
Oh wow.
If I may say so, like the full regalia, chestnut stuffing, turkey, not roast parsnips, unfortunately. Can't get them. Somebody had the suggestion of doing roast carrots. I'm like, ooh, but it was too late by them. Brussels sprouts, peas, Yorkshire puddings. My wife really bought it.
Yeah, Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah. And then Christmas pudding and mince pies for dessert.
Yeah,
Freaking awesome.
that's-
Freaking awesome.
How did you get up though
And
off your
yourself?
chair after all that? How did you get up from your chair after eating all
Well,
that
actually,
stuff?
no, I have to tell you, and look, Father Miller, this may be a bit too much information. I warn you now. And I'm toning
Can I
down
take
my
this
language,
off?
of course. I have had my major Christmas bowel movement number one before the show, and oh boy, was it glorious! Oh, tear came to my eye. Right, I don't know about you, but I achieved that absolution.
My family left
about you?
half an hour ago. My family left, and they came, they saw, and they destroyed. And there you go. So
Yeah.
they're gone now. But it was a lot of fun. They always scream and laugh, and the kids. It's really fun to see the kids' eyes widen when we're opening the presents and all. You know the usual stuff for Christmas. Christmas is
Oh, I love it.
by far the best
I
holiday.
love Christmas. I freaking love Christmas. Okay,
Yeah.
I unashamedly, absolutely adore it. It's like if it's one of my favorite holidays of all time. Right? It's one that really nails it.
Same here. Totally believe in that. Totally.
If I may say so.
Yeah.
Fine. Let me just get to the chat and say hello to a few people as I'm late already. Colin, how are you doing? Merry Christmas to you, sir. This is always tough. The
You've been drinking.
engines. I finally got it. I'm sorry.
I said you've been drinking.
I have somewhat. I have been. Darren M. Yes, I've been drinking. I'm reasonably merry. Tzvi Lebetkin says, problem being also right here. When shall I invade your? When shall I invade? Well, you here. Okay.
It's a bit late now.
Whatever. Like basically now. It's cool. Gareth Lowbridge, how you doing? Disaster area, how are you? Oh, my son, the disaster area was sick for the last few days. We're like, oh, please don't be COVID, please don't. And thank God it wasn't. He was just sick. It's good. It's called yeshiva flu, right? Because he's in a thing called yeshiva, which is like a rabbinical seminary, sort of. Stroke Stoner Academy, and it goes around everywhere, right? It goes around. It goes everywhere. So thankfully he's better now, though. So
What time is it over there for you, Father?
It's 11:30 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I got the blinders down, but I'm getting blinded by the sun, as you can tell.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, it's
been raining all day.
Pleasant weather. What can I tell you? Bobby D75, how you doing, Mr. Jack and Mr. Hyde? How are you? Shmuel of Falzen, how are you? Merry Christmas to you, sir. Dr. Alex, I haven't heard your thing yet. Okay, massive plug. Dr. Alex has on this channel, so I can't wait to listen to an Alan Moore Christmas story that he's narrating. It was so good, and I remember reading it years ago. I'm really looking forward to listening to it. We'd love to join, but things are a little disaster in here. Yeah, well, listen, we spoke earlier, or you WhatsApped earlier. I hope everything works out okay. I think it'll all be fine. If I could send some virtual chicken soup, I would do so. Oh, we also had chicken soup. Yeah, that's it. We can't have Friday night without chicken soup.
Chicken soup.
Oh yeah, chicken soup, matzo balls. Oh yeah, if you're ever in Israel, you got to come for Sabbath. The food's very good, if I may say so.
Excellent.
Lovely.
Critical Plus, what do you do for the festive for Christmas?
Oh, this year not a whole lot, Rabbi. I'm living on my own this year, but normally, last year it was, we put all the presents under the tree after the kids had gone to bed. So, and I have a Santa suit that I used to put on every night, every year. And, I was the klutziest Santa in the world because he goes all over the world and sneaks into houses. But when he comes into my house, he trips on a bell. And the kids all come running downstairs.
Was he a Batman Santa ever or not?
Oh, he's always been a fat man Santa. But the best one I did, my favorite one was when my son asked how I got there. He's like, "Where's the sleigh?" And I said, "Well, it's out in front of the house. You can't see it because it's invisible. You have to have Christmas magic to be able to see the sleigh."
Obviously.
And what I had done was I had already rented a wagon, a horse-drawn wagon with lights on it to go around the neighborhood. And they were down the end of the street. So we talked about Christmas, and I said, "Do you feel like you have Christmas magic now?" And I knew they were in front of the house then. He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, then take a look." And there they were, and his eyes just like, big as saucers. And we went out there. We took a ride around the neighborhood. Everybody's waving out their house. Santa's waving back to them. It was one of the best Christmas years.
Yeah.
Okay, what one of my favorite Christmas memories in the last 10 years was I was in California for Christmas, and we were at the Disney Hotel, and it was awesome, right? But on Christmas Eve, we're eating in the Disney restaurant, and Pluto is trying to sneak presents from under the tree. And the waitress is like, no, you have to wait till Christmas morning.
I often wonder about the people that dress up in those costumes.
I couldn't stop laughing.
I have to wonder about those people that are in those costumes. They must get really hot in those things, and smell really bad.
I've become aware there's a community of people who really like to wear them. Okay, really enjoy it.
Community. I thought.
I understand a lot of those costumes have fans in them.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I was watching this thing on Graham Norton. He was interviewing Tom Holland, and he was saying that it's really difficult to eat because in the costume, so they have to pull his eyes out and put a straw through the eyes.
Sorry, they had to pull his eyes out.
Yeah, well, on the costume, of course, the SpiderMan costume. Yeah.
Not his eyes.
Yeah. So,
well, I guess they
so
can enough to do that. So
yeah, exactly. So but that's interesting, I guess.
But
they had Henry Cavill on as well.
Break from acting, he's saying.
Is he?
He's just started. Take a break from acting to start a family. I'm like,
he's just started.
I thought you signed up to
start a family. Takes you about 20 minutes, including eating a pizza. Really?
Yeah. In fact, some people start their family on film. So
that's also true. Yeah.
Of course, I saw The Matrix. By the way, I wasn't.
I've seen it twice now.
It was boring, pretentious, boring.
It was the first one, but I think the central message of it is very traditionalist. And
I described it as cosplay Matrix, the long television episode.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish it was for television, and I wish it was like 6 hours.
It looked like it was made for television.
You know what was really disappointing is that in the first two, you can see that Keanu Reeves was doing the kung fu. They had like one long shot of him beating people up, and in this one, it's chopped all over the place. It's like they didn't have time to choreograph the
all
fight.
All he did was stop bullets all the time.
They spend the first half hour of the movie saying how much they hate themselves. Right? Yeah. They literally say, we hate having to make this movie. We hate it. And we're actually scripting it in the dialogue of the... So you are very clear how much we hate it. And now we're going to spend 10 minutes showing you exactly the monotonous bullcrap that we have to do to get this on screen. So shut up. That's what the first half hour of the movie is.
But
it
Rabbi,
really is. I'm like,
they talk about in the story in the story towards the end. They're talking about keeping minds open and all this kind of. And then in the next fucking breath, sorry, sorry, everyone. In the next breath, minus the swearing, we had the Wachowski coming out saying, we're going to own back the
oh,
red
yeah,
pill.
no. That's exactly what I want to talk about.
Oh.
What do I think they're saying with that, right? They want to reclaim the red pill from the right. Here's what I think they mean, and I agree with them completely. This is not a right-wing thing. This is not a left-wing thing, right? Fox News, CNN, they all have this insane algorithm to make you think you're at war with everybody else all the fucking time. Excuse me, right? All the freaking time. You've got me going. But they are designed to do that. And that's what this movie talks about, right? Yeah, they're all... Yes, and we need to reclaim it from outside. Everybody needs to get a bit of sanity and take the red pill, right? Doesn't matter where you are on the political spectrum. This is insane.
It doesn't seem to line up with what they were saying.
I have not seen this one yet, and I've only seen the first one because I did see the second one. I blotted it from my memory, and I said, okay, the second and third one don't exist. It's just the one. But Can someone tell me, does Keanu Reeves take the pill and then wake up in his pod as Trinity? Because apparently this whole thing is an allegory for transsexual rights.
No. It was.
Although
It was.
they wanted to do something like that in the original one, but Warner Brothers nixed it, right? They
Didn't
wanted
they have a go at Israel as well in this, when they were talking about Zion, and then they were talking about the machine war between these two sides, and it seemed like an allegory for that to me.
It wasn't as bad as people said.
If I had
It was
to,
okay.
if I had to rule out everything that's
I was on my
anti-Jewish,
phone.
then I don't get to watch it. Leave me alone.
That's true.
It's interesting though, because all the action was dull. It wasn't as exciting as the first time you saw it.
All the action was done by old people.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
Yeah.
It's like, that's some slow motion, and the bullet time. There wasn't even any sort of really good bullet time stuff in there at all.
No.
Like,
By the way, once again, can I ask everyone in the chat to charge their glasses? We're going to say L'chaim to the Rebbe. In this case, it's going to be me. When you run your own Tish, it could be you. It could be you. It doesn't matter.
But I tell you what, though, the woman who plays Trinity, she looked good. Still looked good.
Yeah, I couldn't. When they AB'd her from her young self to her old self, I'm like, not much different, quite frankly.
Yeah, she's kept herself in trim.
I gotta ask, has anybody seen the movie she was in called The Crew?
Sorry?
The Crew. Carrie Ann Moss was in a movie with called The Crew. It was with Richard Dreyfuss, Burt Reynolds.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Basically, grumpy old men meet Goodfellas.
Yeah, more or less.
I think I've seen it when channel surfing on Netflix or something.
I love it. I mean, it just got me thinking a younger Carrie Ann Moss.
She's nice. I think she's grown, matured very well. Looks wise. Yeah, she's.
I liked her in that movie where they played it backwards. What was that movie? It's really good.
Memento.
Memento. Yeah, I thought she was excellent in that. I think she's great. I thought it was great. Honestly, I found it. Listen, for me, it fits seamlessly into the Matrix. I love everything Matrix, and it didn't seem to betray it. It didn't seem to. Okay, here's one thing I liked about it. It didn't invalidate the hero's journey of the first movie. What they did in the first movie had lasting consequences.
It didn't seem to bolster it either. It just seemed
they didn't want to make it. They spent half an hour screaming that.
I know, but it was so clear they didn't want to make it. It was so clear I didn't really want to watch it. I was just on my phone.
Okay, but for the making it, I'm like, it's not my favorite movie of the year. I think it was I rewatched it. I rewatched it and enjoyed it more the second time.
I watched
SpiderMan was the best movie of this year.
Yeah, not even close. Not even close.
What? You didn't like it, Father?
No, I love Spider-Man, but I'm thinking Nobody was really good.
Yeah, I like Nobody.
I've got to see that before year's end.
Yeah, it's good. It's really entertaining.
No, I actually want to see Spider-Man again. I really enjoyed Spider-Man.
Yeah. See, if they put that on download now, they'll make a bloody fortune.
You know
I
what?
have so many questions about it, and I can't discuss them online because it's just so spoilery. Because
you've had a week to see the movie. If you haven't seen it yet, then
then it's your fault.
Here's a hypothetical for both the rabbi and the father, then, because this is a spiritual question.
Okay.
If you take a villain nanoseconds before their point of death, and you're told we have to put them back in the time where they were, but they're going to die. They can be saved. And all you do is reform them and still send them back. What have you done for them?
Well, eternally, I think you would save their soul.
Yeah, more or less.
I mean, look. I mean, primarily, we probably say something very similar. I mean, we both believe in eternal, immortal souls that will be elevated by being better people, right? And if there are some sins, I don't know if this is the same in Christianity. In Judaism, there's some sins that only dying is that cleans it off your soul. So
in Catholic theology, we take it from the St. Paul's letters. The difference between venial sins would be like the little, not serious stuff versus mortal sin that not only hurts the body, but also kills the soul, and can be restored if you go to confession. So in a case like
Right.
Doc Ock, I mean, even if he's in the state of what we would say mortal sin, the fact that they redeemed him in this movie, and then if he goes back to the second before he dies, yeah, I think he would be saved.
But the only problem with that is, Father, is that when he in Spider-Man 2, before he died, he redeemed himself.
Well, yeah, okay, yes. All right, let's go back to Green Goblin then.
Okay.
He was not in his right mind.
He did not redeem himself in the movie.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it depends when they pull Dr. Octopus out of his timeline. So if they pulled him out when they had the first fight in the bank, then yeah, he would have still been evil. And if they put him back at the same point, yes, he would have changed. But if they pulled him out just before he died, he was making amends anyway.
Yeah, but if they pulled him out, at the bank, then he wouldn't be rebuilding his machine on the waterfront, and Mary Jane would never been. He would never revealed himself to Mary Jane.
Yeah, true. That's true. So I don't know. So yeah.
Listen, he almost certainly came from another universe, very similar to the one in Spider-Man 2.
I will say I love Daredevil. I mean, I loved seeing Daredevil in this one. I was
I was the only one that shared in the cinema.
Out of Disney.
I just loved when he caught that brick. And how did you do that? He said,
No,
I'm
that
a
was
good lawyer.
It was a good
great line. Yeah,
I mean, honestly, Sony should own everything. Sony should run Hollywood.
It made more than Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and the Eternals combined.
Yeah.
It made more than Force Awakens. It made more than Force Awakens and Endgame. Right?
Yeah.
Pre-COVID movie.
It's a better movie than Endgame.
Yeah,
and it pretty much rewrote it so that Spider-Man can't go back to the MCU. Really, if they don't want to renew the contract, they've written their out because nobody knows who Spider-Man is.
They could just do parallel.
No. Because at the grave scene with Happy, I mean, Happy knows about Spider-Man. They just don't know who he is.
They don't know who Peter Parker is. Peter Parker has no records at all.
Yeah.
So they can get credit or a house or anything.
Their own movies now easily. With Tom Holland.
I did notice he's carrying a GED book, so I mean, I'm guessing he never got his degree, so that's why he's taking the test to get his high school diploma, so he could go to college.
Yeah. Oh, this is the question I want to ask you guys, since you've all seen it. Is right. So remember when they had the letters from the university? Did you think that Peter Parker got accepted, and the other two didn't?
Got accepted.
No, I did not.
Because he doesn't tear his letter up; he just folds it up. And then when he was trying to convince the woman on the bridge, he was only talking about Ned and his girlfriend. He wasn't talking about himself.
If you're accepted, you get a big package.
I see.
Right?
I don't know. Never been to university.
Well, there you go. If you're accepted,
I do like a big package.
You do like a big package. You cry.
Big package.
What a terrible thing to say in front of the father.
What are you talking about, you filthy-minded person?
That's awful.
He's talking about his amount of charity he will give.
That's exactly right.
Obviously. Oh, so we ended up being a 2-cat household this weekend. I don't think it's going to work out. Alver. Okay, my daughter said our cat we got, which we now named Ninja, right? I kept calling him Ninja Kitty because he's blind as a bat. This cat is Daredevil, right? We took it like he was blind, and he kind of just like started hanging out around me and meowing, and like my daughter kind of took him in. We made this little house room outside, and she took him to get his shots. And the vet's like, "Holy crap! How's this thing alive? It can't see." So we had to make it an inside cat, right?
Perhaps it was a Daredevil cat. And
it really is. It really is. So
radioactive sense, something like that.
We just get it like the dog in here. The dog loves the cat, right? But the dog just wants to play and play and play and play and play. That's the dog, and the cat's like, "Dude, let's chill." A lot of the time, but the cat likes to play as well. The cat's little. Anyway, my daughter said the cat's like a little bit like clinging to us. So I said, "Well, why don't you get another cat?" I'm like, "Really? That doesn't sound like a good idea." The vet's like, "Oh yeah, I got a bunch here. You can have them." So I said, I read it and said, fine, we can bring a cat home. We can try it out over the weekend and see how it is. So the dog gets on great with the cat. Dave's like, "Oh, look at it." And this cat's like teeny tiny. It's like a month old. It's like this teeny, "Oh, I want to play." And the cat likes the dog. The other cat, the one we got him for, his expression when he makes the other cat like this. I don't want that here. So,
cats can sense when another cat's not well or there's something not right with it. So they, they're bastards.
Yeah. So they, I think little kitty isn't staying. Ninja Kitty is here to stay, though. We like Ninja Kitty. Ninja Kitty again. This king, blind. He doesn't have any eyes. Like you get like eyeballs. Like he has eyeballs. He doesn't have any pupils. So he's like completely blind. But I appreciate his survivalness. Right. What would everybody say is their favorite movies of this year? Who would nominate a top 5 movie this year?
I'm taking notes.
SpiderMan and Nobody.
I haven't seen Nobody. I have to see that before year's end.
Dune.
Dune was very good.
It was all right.
Dune was surprisingly good. Dune is a lot better now they're making a sequel.
Yeah, that was the worry.
2 more, right? I really wish they committed.
Oh, they will. They'll make the Children of Dune and all that kind of stuff.
Because the whole major element of Children of Dune is Duncan Idaho, right? Duncan Idaho's relationship with Paul Atreides, which is they build him up incredibly with Jason Momoa. It's the best you've ever seen Duncan Idaho, right? And I want to see another movie of him. And if they do the 3rd movie, you'll get that. I like the design work. It seemed very reminiscent of the book. Felt like a book cover. Everything felt like. I like the original version. I like the David Lynch version. But I'm very glad they're doing a sequel, and I hope they do it.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows or dares to dream? Did anybody see? Let me see. The Tomorrow War.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I was pleasantly impressed with that. It's one of those download movies. I went, yeah, that's good. I like that.
It's dumb, but it's entertaining.
What was that film with The Rock and thingy?
Oh, that was terrible.
I like that. That was fun.
Awesome.
That was
Red
fun.
Notice was a lot of fun.
That was just fun. Red Note, and it was The Rock. What's the name?
Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot and Ryan Reynolds being The Rock.
And guess what? Gal Gadot was cleverer than both of them. Oh wow, what a surprise!
No. She was working with The Rock. She was working with The Rock. So it was all an act.
No, it was very stupid, wasn't it? At the ending, and then another twist, and then another twist. You know, like these twists that just don't make any sense.
Fun. It was just silly fun.
So they said they're doing a sequel. I said they should just do another movie with these 3 actors. They could be hot dog salesmen. It doesn't matter. They're always going to be those characters. Just have them be those characters and write any movie like the Road 2 movies. That's what they should do. I love the Road 2
movies.
Exactly.
I was going to mention, so this is not movies of this year, but I watched for the first time in full both Indiana Jones, The Temple of Doom, and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, fantastic.
Very great.
Fan-freaking, I like perfect movie. So
I've seen bits and parts of it in the past, but never the whole thing.
Is that the interesting thing I found about Temple of Doom was how cheap it looked, right? Like it looked like they would make on a TV budget today. And I think movies were so much better for that, right? I mean, yeah, you had a lot of spectacle, but a lot of it was the insets, and they're very obviously sets, and who cares, right? It was obviously made at a much cheaper budget. They make movies today, and it was better for it.
It was a big budget for its time.
Yeah, exactly. But the budget nowadays, because they've worked out a way of making movies make so much freaking money, they can throw so much money at movies.
But you know what,
creativity is being sucked away.
Talking about that film with Gal Gadot and The Rock, every scene in that film looked like it was CGI. Like the bit with the bull, you can tell they weren't there. And that's the thing I hate about movies today, because it's easier to do it on a green screen. I just come out of the movie when I see a shot like that. I'm like, I know they're not there. Even though it looks like they're there, there's something about that shot.
It's kind of like
I enjoyed that the zombie movie, the zombie Vegas. I thought that was so silly.
Oh, that was dreadful. Oh god, I couldn't even finish it. I couldn't. Oh no.
It was just fun. It was. I'll
tell you what was good that I thoroughly enjoyed. I was sat there with my mouth open because it was just like, whoa, this is incredible. And that was Arcane. TV.
that
series,
cartoon.
Oh, I still haven't watched
Beautiful.
that.
Oh,
It's
it's
all right.
visually incredible. Like, I mean, the story. I mean, considering it's based on a computer game, the story was really well considered, really well thought out. The characters actually had depth to them, so when something happens to them, you actually feel something. And it was beautiful. I mean, it looked rotoscoped, but it was incredibly done.
That's a real look.
And Rabbi, you like steampunk? It's very steampunk. You know, you'll love that. Just for the visuals, you know, it's incredible. It's one of the best animation I've ever seen.
I thought it was okay.
It's totally on my was it to watch list. Trying to think what else came out. This year, it just ended up being a surprisingly good year for movies in the end.
We haven't talked about Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh, that was fun. Paul Feig is so mad that his in the box set. That box set looks awesome.
Quite rightly so as well.
I gotta say the one
is rubbish.
Yeah.
The one I'm hoping to see this week is Kingsman.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
Boxing Day comes out tomorrow over here.
Oh, okay, I thought it came out the other day here.
Yeah. Do you have Boxing Day over there, Father?
No.
Oh, so that's why it came over there then, didn't it? Over here, all the cinemas are shut on Christmas Day, apparently. So yeah, that's why it was down here. So yeah.
Yeah, one second. I'm just pulling up an article about the box set, which is
making
Screen
a list
Rant.
We're doing our awards for best of 2021, so I've got to make my nomination list for people to vote on next month.
Oh. Ghostbusters, that I wouldn't mind buying that actually. That looks.
See,
really
I got
good.
the first two, so I feel silly, but I love the trap. Isn't that great? How they put it in?
That's great. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see what they have on it.
I remember going to see Ghostbusters at the cinema as a kid, and I absolutely loved it.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, Amazon.
As a kid, though, you liked it because it was scary.
It was scary and it was funny. It was scary and it was funny. I mean, I watched it recently and it was like, oh my God, it dated so badly, but I still loved it. You know, it's got that charm to it.
I remember not seeing Ghostbusters 2 in the theater, by which I mean I paid for a ticket. I went in, I sat down, and I saw about the first 20 minutes of the movie, and then this spot shows up on the screen. Now, understand, this was using real film back then. And the spot got bigger and bigger and brighter and more ashen until the film popped. So it
wow.
So it burnt up.
Finally, here we go. Let's see what they have in it. Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2. Yeah, tell me what's in it. Overview. So you got Ghostbusters Afterlife, Ghostbusters 2, and Making Ghostbusters. I bet Making Ghostbusters is good.
Yeah,
I do like the packaging.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, it's the only one as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I didn't like 2 at all. It was okay. 2 was okay.
Yeah, I didn't like 2.
2, yeah. I honestly, I feel the same way about Ghostbusters 2 as I do about the Matrix Resurrections. Yeah. Right? It seems to be roughly the same. Like, by contractual obligation, and I quite liked it.
Ooh, $150?
Yeah, it's expensive.
Paul Feig's upset because 2016 is not in there.
Yes.
This is the 4K version. If it's just Blu-ray, it's 42, I think.
He's pissed.
But you don't get the cool packaging. Oh, you only get the cool packaging for $150.
Yeah.
So you're paying $150 for the packaging.
For a fake trap. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's such a rip-off. I hate it, isn't it?
It is. Yes, it is.
Still, though, I would get it. Though I
did enjoy that. It was a very different movie to what I expected.
I got Die Hard on 4K, and
I do not call that a Christmas movie. I call me controversial. I do not call Die Hard a Christmas movie.
Sacrilege.
No. I don't say it's sacrilege. I know sacrilege.
Die Hard 2, which is a much worse movie, is more of a Christmas movie because that was at Christmas at least, wasn't it?
Well, so was the first one.
It was. I don't remember it being the first one being at Christmas. Oh, it was a year later. That was the same thing happened to the same guy,
I
right?
have a machine gun.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Lethal Weapon set at Christmas. Do you call that a Christmas movie?
No, I don't.
never
Best
seen it.
Christmas movie. Best Christmas movie. I'm going to nominate Bad Santa. All right, I like Bad Santa a lot. I think that has a very positive message and is completely filthy, which is two things I absolutely adore. But I think it has it basically is a you see this guy degenerate and then decide he wanted to live. And he did it in just a very funny way because he's such a degenerate. He decided he wanted to live by beating the crap out of a 17-year-old kid who was bullying the fat kid he liked. So but he was just about this point of suicide, and then he turns his whole life around. And again, I found it a very heartwarming story. Bad Santa, one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. Probably, what would be one of your favorite Christmas movies?
Oh my goodness. That's a question. I watched Elf for the first time last year, and
fantastic. I love Elf.
It was all right, but Trading Places. There you go.
Is that a Christmas movie?
I think so.
I mean, again, you do get to see the top of Jamie Lee Curtis, and I apologize, which is the greatest Christmas present anybody could ever hope to have.
But not in the TV version. The TV version, she shuts the door with her hands over her boobs.
Really?
In the cinema version, she takes her hands off.
I don't think we had any trouble with the TV version in England. We just went straight for the.
In the TV. Well, I remember watching the TV. They had the TV version where she didn't do it. They shot both scenes, didn't they, for TV and for cinema? So so it's interesting.
She looked awfully healthy.
Yeah, she did. She. You know what? Right, I remember seeing her in Columbo.
Right.
She played a waitress, and she was only on the screen for like 2 minutes. Yeah, so that's the first.
She's a solid actress.
Yeah. And I think that's where they saw her for Halloween. The producers saw her in Columbo.
I thought she did Halloween first.
No. She was a working actress beforehand. Obviously, she had famous parents, but she was a working actress. Yeah, beforehand. So they spotted her, and they didn't realize she was from Tony Curtis. And the woman that was in Psycho.
She does look like Tony Curtis. Some like it hot. It's not a Christmas movie, but a movie.
The girl from Psycho, Janet Leigh, I think.
Janet Leigh, that's her mum. Yeah, that's her mum. And Tony Curtis is her dad. So yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen her daughter?
She's got a daughter.
Don't.
Well,
what is this? You just
shared. It used to be a son, not anymore. Let's put it.
I see.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
This was something we published a few years back. The nine Christmas movies for guys who hate Christmas movies.
I love
which I was inspired to write when my wife was doing a marathon of Hallmark Christmas Channel. So I put
Santa
the
Claus
9
Conquers
ladies
the Martians, a very good Christmas movie. I have to say, I do agree.
Pia Zadora.
Oh yeah,
first Pia Zadora.
Yeah, it was very good. Scrooge, I would put Scrooge higher up. Scrooge is fantastic.
Great.
If you ever get a chance, watch the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version of Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
I have seen it. Fantastic.
They do the commentary, which is awesome.
That's on YouTube now. I saw.
All MST3K is on YouTube.
But Scrooge at number 8, I would put it much higher. I think Scrooge is one of the all-time. I put that as one of my second or third greatest Christmas movies. Oh, my starters is falling down.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Time of the Doctor. This is a weird choice. This is very. I watched this recently. It's very plot heavy. It's
isn't that the one with Matt Smith where it's like always Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Not a movie.
I would put Scrooge above this, but I would. Okay, you got Miracle on 34th Street. Which version? The original version.
The original.
Right,
the miracle, by the way, I note. The miracle I note isn't that Edmund Gwynn is Santa Claus or that Natalie Cole comes to believe. The miracle is that at the end, the woman has to tell the man he was right the whole time.
Yeah. No, that's just too much fantasy. That'll never happen.
That won't fly today.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Wonderful Life. We agree. Thank God they never tried to remake it. Beautiful movie. Hopefully they don't know it exists. Christmas Vacation. Yes, I would put this back up with Scrooge's though. The Christmas Story. Nah, it's not even on my list. And Die Hard, definitely disagree.
National Lampoon.
Oh my god, definitely disagree. Okay, so my Christmas list movie would be Bad Santa. Obviously, it's fantastic. Let's see, Bad Santa, Scrooged. Actually, I got a folder of Christmas movies. I watched this over here. I'll just look up on my folder. Hang on.
I shared something that can't be made today.
Well, what?
I shared something that can't be made today.
Oh, give me a second. Let me just get to that. I'm just trying to turn my let's drive on. There we go. Let me get to what you just shared. Where'd you share it?
It's not an image.
Oh, there, I got it.
What's it you said, Father? You said, "Oh, it's so nice it matches the
color
dress."
matches the dress.
Yes, it does.
Oh dear.
Oh, surprise. Oh, that's so wonderful. There's so many layers of wrong in this. I just adore it.
So many layers of wrong.
Have a way with words.
Oh, it just as you look at it, it keeps hitting you. How like, oh my gosh, really? I did that too.
She's so excited.
You know, that's a good wife. Okay, in my Christmas movie folder, we have Scrooged, Elf up there, Scrooged, Elf, and Bad Santa. Southpaw, Red Sleigh Down, fantastic. Without a Clue, I love Without a Clue. That's
a
Michael
Christmas
Caine.
movie.
For me, because they always played it at Christmas in the afternoon when they wanted a filler. Right? So you watch this one back to back with the Muppets Christmas Carol, which also has
I
Michael
love
Caine.
the Muppets Christmas Carol.
It's
I love it.
wonderful. Right. So
Absolutely
Without a Clue
brilliant.
is Ben Kingsley plays Dr. Watson, who's the real criminal genius, crime-solving genius, and he's hired this out-of-work actor to play Holmes, who's Michael Caine, and it's just very, very funny. It's so funny. It's so funny.
That's the plot of Remington Steele.
Yes,
Oh,
it
sorry?
is. It is.
That's the plot of Remington Steele, the series.
Yes,
It is.
But this is with Sherlock Holmes. I think it's time for another. Let me just read you what this is. According to the legend, Frangelico lived 3 centuries ago in the hilly area bound by the right bank of the River Po. Through his love of nature, knowledge, and its secrets, he created a unique recipe of alpha liqueur. The most precious one of these was the liqueur made from wild hazelnuts infused with berries and flowers to enrich its flavor. We continue the tradition proudly. Thank you very much. I can't argue with that. It's I have to agree with you.
Stuff.
Yeah, bit of Frangelico, everybody. A bit of proper Crimbo. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
L'chaim.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Yeah. So without a clue, you do that back to back with Muppets Christmas Carol. Then I go for my TV episodes. I will go for Sherlock Holmes, the Jeremy Brett version. With was it the Blue Carbuncle? Fantastic Christmas episode. One second, I'm just fixing my TARDIS surreptitiously.
Well, I'm surprised nobody's mentioned Mel Gibson's Batman.
Oh, that's awesome! Yeah, that should be on my
Fantastic.
list. That's fantastic. Yes, absolutely excellent. Yes, if you've never seen Fat Man, it's the weirdest revenge thriller ever, right? So this kid wants revenge on Santa, so he hires a hitman who also wants revenge on Santa. So he goes on this like extended hunting down on Santa. Now Santa's played by Mel Gibson, and he's like a rough and tumble Santa. Like here's a Santa who can take he's at the North Pole. He's like a blue collar worker. He has the elves working for him. The elves, like, you find out more and more about them as it goes on. They like eat a lot of candy, and that's how and again, they're all super blue collar. And eventually, the hitman and Santa have this massive, very, very bloody showdown, and it's glorious. It's fan-freaking-tastic. Yes, I recommend it highly.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? So, Fat Man's a new one, so that's like new one on it. Blue Carbuncle. What else have we got on there? Santa Claus the movie. That's if you run out of everything else to watch.
Oh, not the Dudley Moore.
Or if you're drunk.
If you're drunk, it's very, very good. Let me think. Elf. If you drop acid, which you shouldn't do, kids, Elf would be awesome. It's just my piece of advice. My rabbinical advice. If you were to, Elf would be very good. Fine. Who else? Critical Blast. Oh, you told me your Christmas movie. Father Miller, do you have any Christmas movies you particularly like?
Pretty much everything's been mentioned. The one that I'm hearing myself again. It's not really a Christmas movie, but Going My Way with Bing Crosby. He plays a young priest, and the ending takes place during Christmas time.
I've seen that. That's fantastic.
But then
That's
you can
really,
also throw
really
in.
good. Yeah.
You could throw in one Best Picture in '44.
Yeah, it's so good. It's a wonderful performance because it's very light. It's very light. It's not comedic, but it's like light, but very, very serious and very heavy and very real. It's what's it called again? Going My Way.
Going My Way.
Okay, fine. So I can't remember the plot of it. Can you fill people in?
Well, it's basically a young priest that's energetic is assigned to a rundown parish and is sent to replace the pastor, but the pastor doesn't realize he's being replaced. He's thinking he's just the assistant. So it's basically Bing trying to bring the parish back to life.
Yes. Yeah, it's lovely. It's absolutely a lovely movie. Tell you, okay, if we're talking about Christian movies I like, I'll be interested in your take on as well. Have you ever seen Doubt?
No. I've heard of it. I've seen the plot of it. I never really sat. I think we talked about it before.
See, I think it was very positive to the church, right? I think it was the whole thing about there was a lot of gossip in there, and my vibe was, and maybe I just look at things positively.
See,
the gossip was all unfounded.
The one I think you would really love is The Scarlet and the Black. It has Gregory Peck and Christopher Plummer playing the head Nazi in Rome during World War II. Peck is an Irish Monsignor who's hiding Jews, POWs, escapees in the Vatican and throughout Rome.
Wow.
It's a really good movie.
Check it out.
Great movie. It's made in the 80s.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll absolutely check it out. See, what I would really love, okay, I would absolutely love there to be a movie about the Israeli War of Independence, right? And start it at the end of World War II. You have all the refugees coming to Israel, and it builds up to the war. That first hour and a half, building up the characters, building up the last hour is the war, right? And it's good. So, but then I would like them to do a series of movies that have the same characters. You see them like 20 years later during the 6-Day War, right? And you see their kids, and then you can have an Entebbe movie. You can have a Yom Kippur movie, and you can see the same characters throughout time.
Well, Blackadder, but a Jewish Blackadder.
Yeah, a Jewish Blackadder, but like dramatic and cool. Blackadder Christmas Carol didn't really like that much. That's one of my least favorite Blackadders of all time.
I love that episode.
I don't know. I think it was better than the 2000 one they did.
Oh god, yeah, definitely.
3 Godfathers, movies. Godfather 3 was nearly a good movie. I think if he had more creative freedom, they could have hired what's his name? Who they wrote out? Tom Hagen. Who played Tom Hagen?
Oh darn! I know. He was an elf. James Caan. James Caan.
No, not James Caan. The other one. James Caan was Sonny.
Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall, right. So both was it? Robert Duvall wanted, and Dustin Hoffman wanted to start above the title billing, right? And also wanted equal money. And the studio said no. They said no to a bunch of stuff, which is why it worked out not very good. Right? It was not great, but there was a lot in it. It was nearly good. You could see, I wish they had more freedom, right? I wish they had a lot more freedom. But never mind. Another Christmassy thing I really like. It was on TV a year or so ago, if you can find it. Click and Collect stars. What's his name? The guy who's always with Ricky Gervais. Stephen Merchant. Stephen Merchant on his bizarre quest with an annoying neighbor to get a little dog.
Oh, that film.
It's really fun. I liked it.
It was okay. Yeah, the best one's got to be Love Hard, though.
What's that?
Love Hard is it's a film on Netflix called Love Hard, and basically it's a romance, but it's set at Christmas, and it's really corny and cheesy, but it's very entertaining. So if you ever get a chance to watch it,
I want to see a Bad Day Christmas special. Okay, that's what I want.
Yeah.
That'd be so awesome. It could even be a 20-minute short. It'll be so good.
Mm.
Some of the older ones have stayed the best ones, though. I mean, Father, you brought up Going My Way. One of the we have a library of Christmas movies inside of our larger library of DVDs. So we all sit down. We watch The Bells of St. Mary every year.
Oh, that's good. I like that one.
Good movie too.
And also The Bishop's Wife is one of my favorites.
Oh,
when
the
Cary
original.
Grant tells David Niven, sometimes angels must rush in where fools fear to tread.
Yeah,
was one of my favorite lines.
I do like. I didn't mind the other version with Whitney Houston and. But they changed it so much, though. I prefer. I love the sermon that David Niven gives at the ending of that film. So much better than the sermon that the other guy gave in the other version of the film. So, there's some really nice bits in the original that actually trumps the remake. For me, anyway. I don't know about you guys, but for me.
It's hard to replace Cary Grant.
It is, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty high bar. I'm just trying to look up. Has anybody seen anything about The Time Traveler's Wife? Do you know when it's coming out?
Is that Moffat?
Does the HBO version look like it'll be woke awful? Here,
wait, is it a TV series, or are you talking the movie that came out about 10 years ago?
No, they're doing a new TV series. Here, let's look at the HBO Max trailer.
The book was amazing.
It's Moffat, isn't it? He's writing it, Moffat.
Right. That's why I'm interested in it.
Did anybody spot the Doctor Who assistant or in the Matrix?
What's her face? Martha, wasn't it?
That's it. Martha was in it.
Really? Where? I missed her. Oh, because she was in Sense8.
Yeah, she was in Sense8.
She's in the Matrix. If you look closely, Rabbi, you'll see her.
Yeah, she's in one of those scenes with those characters that you don't give a thingy about.
That's basically again. Watch the first 30 minutes again to see how much they like making this movie. Fine, let's look at this trailer. I want to see what they got coming up this because HBO Max had quite a few good things on. So it's streaming service I like a lot. Okay, so far no. Okay, no, you're not getting me on any of this.
Time to get down to business.
Oh, it's got what's her face in it.
Okay, wait. Did you watch this show? Hey, well, not this one. Hang on. I don't know what this is. Did you watch this? This is crazy.
Oh, yeah. Love it. It was
really weird ending. It was a great show about artificial life and God and sentience and reality and motherhood.
Oh,
yeah.
Saw the first episode. I just didn't get into it, so I left.
It's okay.
It's hard
I would
to get into, but when you
there's so many woke tropes on this, but I wouldn't call this woke because it's this.
I agree.
So it's the whole thing is really a lot of it is about motherhood and what motherhood is, and you get this main character who's a robot. You do this incredible character analysis on them, and like as they go on this journey of self-discovery for about 8 episodes, right? And then and as all this other weird stuff's going on, but it's really good. If you have HBO Max, this is a strong recommend.
Okay.
Oh, Barry.
Barry's coming back.
Oh, this is great as well. Okay, Father Miller, I have to tell you, I don't think the Righteous Gemstones is hateful towards Christianity, right? The church.
What is it?
I think the Righteous Gemstones. It's a show about Oh, it's really okay. So it's a Danik McBride show about evangelical Christian family, right?
Oh, is that the one about Jim and Tammy Faye Baker?
Kind of, sort of.
I see that one.
It's really good because it shows like it's more comedy than anything, but it shows the second generation not being very good people, right? But you see them being very genuine and honest as well, and coming on it. They go on a journey throughout the season that leads them to a place that I like. I like the ultimate message of this of this TV show. So this one also was a recommend for me if you haven't seen it. Righteous Gemstones. Also, John Goodman's normally very good.
Westworld. They're bringing that back
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. So like they finished this
Why?
one more season, and it's like, well, because they put all this money into it, they got to finish it up, right? It's one more season. I will watch it. There's a lot of things I've done it the same thing a lot better, like a lot better.
Season 1 was fantastic, and then it
Season 1 fantastic. You're absolutely
went
right. What a letdown.
absolutely out down the tubes.
Season 2 awful. Season 3 really worked hard to redeem itself. Like really worked hard, but ultimately was a bit dull, right in the end. But really worked hard to redeem itself.
I don't know if they did.
No, they didn't, but they worked hard to that, and I appreciate them putting the effort in. Golden Age, no idea, not interested. Euphoria, no idea, not interested. The Rise of the Lakers dynasty, not really that interested. But look, it's got Phil Seymour Hoffman in it. I'm interested. Okay, fine. I'm going to watch this because he picked his roles well.
I don't know why basketball can't feel
That's
like
not
that.
him.
Yeah.
That's not him.
Who? Phil Seymour Hoffman? Oh, not Phil Seymour Hoffman. What's
He's dead.
Yeah. Sorry, I meant the wrong. What's this guy's name?
Can't remember.
John C. Reilly. There you go.
Yeah.
From Step Brothers.
Yeah. That's him.
No, he's a movie I really like. It's a weird movie. It's called Magnolia. It's a weird movie, but he's very good in it, I think. Anyway,
what's this about? This one?
No idea. It says the Rise of the Lakers dynasty. I have no clue. I just know he's in it. I'm going to check it out.
Well, it's Lakers.
That's
It's
why they made
based
them
by
up.
basketball, isn't it? Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to check this out, but bloody hell.
So past the point of caring about anything.
Yeah, exactly. Did they screw themselves
And
on
especially
this?
with Dinklage coming out saying all this rubbish about
God, yeah.
white people wanted to see pretty white people walking off.
I'm watching this because
Really?
Matt Smith. They paid his salary, and that's why the same reason I watched the Crown.
I might watch it up until he dies or something. So.
Oh, jeez. Barry's awesome, right?
Love it. Love Barry.
Love Barry.
So is anybody interested in this?
Oh, that's her from Utopia, isn't it?
Rosalie Williams. She was also in Game of Thrones.
I mean, I like the movie. I like the movie that came out with what's her name in it, and I can't remember the actor, but the book was really good too.
Bruce Banner.
Yeah. Anyway, Eric Banner. That was it.
Oh yeah, and by the way, watch Utopia.
White House Plumbers. I have no idea what this is, but I'm going to check it. I mean, look at this.
I think it's about Watergate.
If you haven't watched Utopia, there's a British version and an American version. American version is not bad, but
Rabbi,
the British version is a lot better.
Oh, I'll check it out.
That's probably the White House Plumbers is probably about Watergate because that was the group that broke in under Nixon to spy. I think that's a Watergate thing.
Okay. Then We Own This City. No idea. Looks cool. But we'll see what it is. The Black Lady Show, Dark Materials. Yeah, I didn't get through the first season.
First season was good. Second season, not so good.
Not in the Joss Whedon. Screw off. Leave me alone. Righteous Gemstones. I like Righteous Gemstones. Okay, I've enjoyed it.
Never heard of it.
It's really fun.
Did you miss me?
Pretty
All the original stuff I've never heard of. They must be doing something wrong, advertisement-wise, because I've never heard of any of this stuff. I've just got a second season.
My kids are excited about this.
Oh, I hate Harry Potter.
I
Harry
hate
Potter's so shit.
DMZ? Get out of Shut Town. They making a TV show of this. DMZ is awesome. It's one of the best comic book series. It's about a post-Civil War America where New York is a DMZ, right? That's awesome, right? Brian Wood wrote it.
What's DMZ stand for? DMZ, sorry.
Demilitarized zone.
Militarized zone.
That makes sense.
But listen. Right now, here, straight away. Look, this is the main character, but she's gorgeous. But in the original, it was a man. That's
was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
surprise.
I'm not watching it. Not watching it.
Yeah. Peacemaker. I'm not really that interested. Maybe I'll check it out.
What superhero are you, Peacemaker? There's no superhero.
Not interested. I hate when they race swap or change the character to a female. I'm totally against that now.
Our flag means death.
I mean, it's okay if it's like once or twice, but it's in everything now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm totally against it.
It's such a trope, and it's getting tiring.
Yeah,
I'm just so bored of it. Right.
Oh, screw that.
They can't create anything new. That's what it means.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like Raised by Wolves. It's a genuine new fiction. Right?
And it's like, it's engrossing, really.
I thought Free Guy was kind of fun.
Free Guy was amazing.
Is that Ridley Scott film?
That didn't do well.
Father of the Bride.
Oh, Moonshot.
Who has
remaking a remake?
Oh, who has HBO Max? I don't have it. I don't know anyone that has it.
I think it's streaming service.
Not in the UK.
I think it's the one.
Is it?
I will get this over Disney Plus, frankly.
I have no interest in Disney Plus whatsoever.
I get these things.
Boba Fett starting. Yeah, absolutely. Where's Boba Fett starting? Do we know?
I thought he was dead.
February,
he got swallowed by the.
No, it's this year.
Oh, is it?
Well, no, he's
only a week left of this year.
But you know what, right? The thing that puts me off about Boba Fett is the guy that's playing Boba Fett. Never did I imagine Boba Fett had a ball head and he was overweight.
Well,
never did I imagine that at all. What?
Well, it's like 20 years later, isn't it?
It doesn't matter. You know, if you're going to have a anti-hero, it's got to be quite good looking, isn't
Okay,
it?
can I just say, I don't know what this is, but I'm very excited. My favorite McDonald's thing ever, right, was when they did the world tour, right? That's when we got McRib sandwich in England.
Well,
so
I bet it doesn't look like that
in England.
I bet it doesn't look like that in real life.
No, they're not that far off.
Nah.
Okay.
Well, not in Britain anyway. They look flat.
Okay, Big Texas, freaking awesome. That's a strong recommend. Okay, that's a good burger.
Don't they pump it with washing up liquid? Because I saw behind the scenes when they're shooting food commercials, and when they do burgers, they inject it with washing up liquid. So
right. There's videos of that. That's crazy. What they do to make them look appetizing. Yeah.
What's this?
Boba Fett trailer.
Oh, gold.
Once sat upon that throne.
I am Boba Fett. I am bald. I am overweight, and I can't hardly lift my gun. Yeah.
I have several clones of me, but my daughter is the best.
Yeah.
You can't. With this man.
Yeah, 1 second. It just is anybody excited about this? It seems so blur.
No.
It looks like the Phantom Menace all over again. I saw
this trailer before I saw SpiderMan. I played it before SpiderMan in the cinema.
Right.
And I just wasn't excited about it. I just thought, why?
Yeah.
You know, it's like they're grasping at straws, isn't it? They got no other characters to actually pull out from the woodwork. Boba Fett's one of the last ones.
Well, yeah, they try to make this whole universe. Yeah.
I am not a bounty hunter.
I'm gonna rule with respect. Oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So basically, it's a Goodfellas or something. Godfather in space.
Yep.
Basically, but when they brought him into the Mandalorian as you quickly glanced him like, oh, that's so cool. But now you're looking at him closely. You're like, oh, this is like an old dude. Like, okay. Yeah, it doesn't really work.
And also, trying to turn him into a hero doesn't make any sense either. If you're going to make a show about Boba Fett, don't show his face. Make sure it's a lean guy in the costume, and make sure he's as bad as hell. That's what you should do.
Anti-hero.
They wanted to be the same actor.
Should be like Terminator or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
It seems like everyone in a Star Wars universe has to be good now. And it's like, well, it's not how we started out.
It's Disney.
Yeah.
It is. That's 100% what it is. It's Disney.
I'm waiting for the the redemption of Palpatine.
Yeah.
No.
He was just
Do
misunderstood.
you think they're ever going back to the New Hope? Not New Hope. The sequel trilogy universe.
Well, they'll probably remake it, won't they?
I don't know. Listen, their only real hope is to do an alternative sequel. So, like 100 years later, have Mark Hamill be the only Link and kill him off in the first episode, right? Have him be like the old wizened Jedi heading go or something like that. I mean,
No. They
that's
should
really
have
the
their,
only hope they want to do with the franchise now. They really can't.
Han and
It's too
Leia's
late.
Jedi twins should wake up. The girl should wake up. Said, I had this horrible dream. You know that legend you used to tell me about that imaginary Rey character?
Right, exactly. That would be fantastic. Here was so.
They should bring Luke back. Old Man Luke Adventures. That's what they should do.
Well,
People will
they did
love
that
it.
at the end of
People will
the
love
Mandalorian. That was very cool.
Yeah, but he was young man Luke with bad CGI. You know what I mean?
Right.
I intend to rule with respect.
I do like that girl next to him, though. She's gorgeous.
Oh, she's hot.
Yeah. A lot older than you think, though. I
Yeah.
think she's in her 60s or something, isn't she?
I
Get out
mean,
of
the reusing of these old races just don't give you the feels anymore. Like it used to. Not anymore.
But do you know what it is, Rabbi? Is that they bombard us with Star Wars. Now nothing is special.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's the thing. But the old Star Wars, you used to have to wait like a few years before the next movie.
But no,
it's like,
you know what it is? They applied the same idiot algorithm that they applied to all other media to Star Wars, and that's why it failed.
It's become generic. And that's the
You've
problem.
got to keep firing the neutrons. You know, there's no appreciation.
Well, it's
of
market research. It's market research media, isn't it? That's how they do these things, and they feed it through some computer, and they come up with like an AI that writes the scripts for them or something.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, that's what Discovery feels like to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
What talking points are we putting? Let's feed it in.
Why speak of conflict when cooperation can make us all rich?
Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is, if you see my reviews of Discovery, I do like really in depth. I have like 200-300 screen grabs, right, and go through it, so everybody knows exactly how awful it was. I'll do this for this as well if you want. So,
Peter Rick says it's starting to look like Boba Fett does the Sopranos badly.
Well,
and that's what I was trying to think of. Sopranos.
That's what they originally
Merry
wanted
Christmas,
to do.
Rich, Peter Rich.
That's what the Chris Chibnall scripted. He was one of the Chris Chibnall and the Life on Mars guy. The scripts about 30 or 40 scripts of the Sopranos underworld with Boba Fett in it. So I mean, this is anecdotal. And by the way, l'chaim, ladies and gentlemen, l'chaim.
Hey, time.
Caesar's greetings, one and all.
This doesn't interest me at all, Boba Fett.
Yeah, no, exactly. I am zero interest.
Somebody said to me that Hawkeye has Daredevil connections in it, so now I've got to watch it now because I love Daredevil.
I heard it had the Kingpin in the last episode.
Yes.
But also, there's a rumor that Daredevil might be in it as well. So I'm going to watch it. Now.
I guess I got to watch it. I'll download.
Yeah, I've just started rewatching the TV series on Netflix.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I-
He's going
good.
to become the linchpin of the MCU because he's going to be like all over She-Hulk when it's out.
Well, they have to, don't they? Because that's how they get people to watch it. Because otherwise, people go, "Oh, that's going to be some sort of feminist trope filled."
By the way, the soda owner says F for Slave One. Exactly, F for Slave One.
Is She-Hulk going to look really sexy like this
No.
green, gorgeous,
No.
tall?
Not for the male gaze. No.
No, they showed her.
Nothing
They
you
showed her.
enjoy, young
They showed
Jimmy
a
lad.
picture of her from behind, didn't they? And she looked fit and
Yeah, that's how they're going to lure you in. Forget it.
And
I
then
don't know, they changed the comics, Rabbi. They changed
What?
the comic version back.
Don't believe. Although I like the back in the day when it was one of the first things doing it. I like kind of like the postmodern hip version that ran for the Charles Soule version. But it's just everything's like that now.
I mean, Gamora is green, and I fancied her. So
I hate these new skills introduced to Star Wars. They were never around before.
Yeah, what's that about?
see, it doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry, but look at him.
Exactly. He's too old.
I can't get my head around. I can't get behind this guy. He's so old, and it's like, no. If you're going to make a bad guy, give me either good looking or really ugly. And he's not really ugly, and he's not really good looking. So
Right.
he's in between.
Honestly,
you know what I mean?
I think the biggest crime they did in the Star Wars universe is still Finn, right? The John Boyega's fantastic, right? What a talent!
Well,
What
Finn and
incredible
Poe
talent they had there.
both got emasculated, didn't they?
Yeah, like it was awful. And I mean, look, everything he says about racism in Hollywood, he's right. I mean, like, I understand why he thinks all white people are racist. He just deals in the entertainment industry. John, mate, if you're watching, they're the weirdos, okay? We're not like that. God's sake. Anyway,
I'm still eating chocolate and drinking, by the way, guys.
Well, that's only wise.
I'm not going to get up from my chair in a minute. It's crazy.
You find out you'd piss from the feet down.
Yeah.
Feet up, all right.
Yeah, December 29th.
Yeah.
Fine. So, what day is that? That's September 29th. It's 4 days, I guess.
Ah.
I'm not interested. The Disney. I went on Disney, and I kept flicking. In the end, I just went back to Netflix. Just like
There's
nothing to watch
nothing
on Disney.
on. That's 100% correct. There's just nothing on worth watching. Okay, coming up in 2022, is there anything you guys are excited about?
What's that?
Coming up in 2022, is there anything you guys are excited
Moonshot
about?
looks good.
Well, what?
Moonshot looks interesting.
Don't know it. Okay.
That's
it
was on the HBO Max trailer. It's about the moon that's coming towards Earth.
Oh, is that with Halle Berry?
I think it's a Ridley Scott movie.
Halle
If
Berry.
it's Ridley Scott, it'll be quality.
Is that where they find out the moon is made out of 2x4s and plywood?
Well, actually, it's a big egg, and there's a baby inside of it.
That's right, yeah.
At least that's what we learned from Doctor Who.
That's the Doctor Who episode.
Oh, God, that was the worst episode. Okay, so we have coming up this year.
I saw the trailer of 3:55, and it looks like bollocks. It really looks like bollocks.
That's an ecclesiastical word, Father. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Hey, I like that word.
Sorry.
What looks like bollocks?
3:55.
Where's
All
that?
the girls, like Charlie's Angels, but it's all
stop.
pages from the world.
So they're like Ocean's 11, well, Ocean's
Sonic
whatever
2
it was.
looks good.
What's that?
Sonic 2 looks good.
Probably
Yeah,
good.
Sonic 1 was
Oh,
all
wait a
right.
minute. I haven't seen this. Let's watch the trailer for this.
What's that? What's that one?
Where'd it go? SpiderMan across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the animation one?
Gwen
Yeah,
is.
listen, the first one I thought was awesome.
Oh, I loved the first
really
one.
good.
I really enjoyed that. I mean, it has
really clever, smart animation.
Yeah, but
I'm
in
getting
this
tired of the
one,
animation
Gwen's
style,
all
though.
confident and much better than Miles Morales, and she makes him look like a bit of an idiot. And yeah. You know what's
But like
Yeah,
Electro
Gwen-
said, in a multiverse, there has to be a black Spider-Man somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Look, honestly, I just want to be entertained, right? I just want to be entertained. That's it. If something has like female characters entertain me, I'm fine with it. I don't care.
Speaking of entertaining, did you see Tango Shalom yet?
No, I still got to. Yeah, that's on my
I
to-do.
need to see that. And Robert Meyer Burnett is behind it.
Okay. What's this then? Meanwhile, in another
Is it a
universe.
film? Is it a film?
In another,
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
it's
so.
kind of like My Great Big Fat Greek Wedding, but with Judaism.
Okay.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Well, I showed you the trailer for it.
Yeah, no, it looked cool. I want to see it. I just got too much to watch. That's the truth. All right.
Got a minute? When?
I mean, like Spider-Gwen was invented for wokeness. That's absolutely true. But I love this animation, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like because I focus on Spider-Gwen, I'm not that interested, right? I'm already turning off.
Am I the only one that doesn't like this animation? I think it makes my eyes bleed, especially when I go to the cinema. I just didn't like it.
Listen, don't do
Watch Arcane. That
this movie, right?
Arcane animation is so much better. Like that's
It
the
is.
ultimate in animation for me. That's incredible.
All right.
It's a long story. Is this the room you grew up in?
I like the comedy in this though. It's pretty good.
All right.
Right. No, of course.
Are we ever going to see a confident young man that's more confident than the female in any film today?
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair,
I'm so not interested. This is
it's supposed to be a geek.
Yeah, no, hold on. But they're both geeks and they're both the same age and they both have the same experience. How come she is more?
Yeah, she
confident
should
than
be a
him?
geek. She should be
Exactly.
Girls
They're both
mature
geeks.
faster
Right,
than
I agree
boys.
with you. I do agree with you. I'm quite interested in Batman. That looks like it'd be quite interesting.
Oh yeah.
Looks all right
I'm
apart from the collars. She's got
Mission
collars.
Impossible 7 has probably been being delayed.
Yeah.
Lightyear couldn't care less.
Top Gun comes out.
Flash.
Oh, finally, that would be worth seeing. Flash, maybe. I'm like, I don't know. Is there a trailer for it yet?
You know what?
Yes.
The Flash is spoilt now because the latest Spider-Man
Well,
film has
exactly,
literally trashed
exactly.
their storyline. Literally
Flash
trashed their
trailer.
storyline.
Yeah, let's
There
have a
you
look. See it. Oh, when did this come out? I didn't even know about it. 2 months
That's
ago.
the TV. Is that the TV show?
No, it's
No,
a
this is
movie,
movie.
apparently.
Oh. Oh, I've seen this trailer. Oh, God.
That's,
Are we going to need chocolate?
Wayne
Something
Manor.
like that.
What are they doing at Wayne Manor then?
Any universe.
Why is it all lit up like a Christmas tree?
So, problem being, it's all right for a gay man to play a straight man. But
I
it's
don't
not
know.
all right
It
for a
seems-
straight
it seems
man
like
to play a
straight-faced
gay man.
Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, look,
Yeah.
you're acting, right? Acting. I mean, if everyone just played who they are, that would be really boring. I think, you know,
I mean,
you
it's
look
gonna
at some of
make
the
it hard for
great.
Alien.
Look at My Left Foot. You look at Gandhi.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know,
That's a very good
These
point.
are wonderful actors doing wonderful roles, and they're not, you know, playing themselves. And you know, I'm sorry if that's confusing for the woke mob, but
I know
go
it
with
is
it.
a bit
Oi,
bizarre.
yeah, drives me up the wall.
Let's see.
You change the future. Maybe you change the past.
There's Michael Keaton.
Are you in?
I'll say, no, I'm not because I'm too old. Probably.
Yeah, this is not doing it for me at all. When's this coming out?
No, it's not.
I'd only watch it for Michael Keaton.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm counting on.
Like,
That's what
exactly.
they're counting on.
Oh, the Batmobile. Oh,
Yes.
the proper Batmobile. The one that
Yeah.
I love. The best one.
Yeah, it is the best one. You're absolutely
Michael
right.
Keaton's going to be in the Batgirl movie as well now.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, I heard that.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a Batgirl movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course there
Oh
is.
dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Apparently so.
And in keeping with tradition, the red-haired Barbara Gordon has been replaced with a young black woman.
Of course. And of course, she's
Oh,
going to
cool.
tell him he's a bad role model, and
She'll be so much better than him.
she'll be so much better than him.
Why is
Of
she
course.
black?
Okay. It's also boring.
Because
Why-
redheads are
why wouldn't
evil,
you be?
apparently. in
Hey,
Hollywood.
what? Are you a vegan?
No, but in the comics, right? She's not a redhead. She wears a red wig, doesn't she? So that
No,
nobody
no,
can.
in the
No,
comics,
that's
she's a redhead.
Batwoman. That's
She?
Batwoman.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And there's
Yeah,
like
that
literally
woman wears
nothing
a red
out
wig.
coming out that I'm go ooh about. It's all like, wow, this is all very boring.
No. Halloween ends. That's.
Oh, there's another
final.
Minions film. I always like the Minions film. Yeah, quite funny.
There's a Buzz Lightyear movie. Aquaman. always-
Yeah. He's not Bud Lightyear though. He's like
Chris Evans one.
super version of Bud Light, like he's
Why
real
was
or
Avatar
something.
Why have they given Aquaman a dark costume? Like they got it so right towards the end of that first film with the orange and green costume.
Right, I agree with you. You're right.
What are they doing? Why do they always have to go dark with these things? It's just like,
That's
stop
Warner
it.
Brothers. Warner Brothers is
Ugh.
like this. I was at a panel on a panel discussion at a convention. We were talking about the difference between Marvel and DC movies, and I was like, Warner Brothers sits down and says, "Okay, let's take our bright, optimistic, wonderful role model character, but we've got to throw him into a real world. So we've got to, darken the tones on the costume. We've got to make it look like armor. We don't smile, and everything's dark and gritty, and you really got to fight and succeed.
Why
and Marvel's over here saying, we got a raccoon with a fucking machine gun.
Or we got like really, really serious characters. We're going to take the piss out of them.
This is why they should do a Justice League movie where they got, and you get Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and Gal Gadot, where they got to save Christmas and deliver presents for Santa, right? That's why you got to do that. That'd be so much better than what we have.
Okay.
Wouldn't you
So
love seeing that?
I don't know if I sent you the clip, Rabbi, but there was a Saturday Night Live skit over here about 20-some years ago where Hanukkah Harry fills in for Santa.
I love that script. That's fantastic. That
kind of has a stomach flu, so he calls him.
Thank you for joining us. And Kronos Godwiden, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Buzz Lightyear in looks awful. It's going to be about him being replaced by a gay, better female. Who gives a crap? Like they're all the
How many
same.
times can Chris Evans play a hero? Do you know what I mean? How many times?
How many times can you play a hero who's not as good as the woman?
A hero who kind of sucks. That's true. That's true.
Sounds like a good finished
Is there any
script.
TV shows coming up this year that you're interested in? Not Doctor Who. That's
Barry season 3.
Yep.
Orville series 3. Don't know yet. They're still filming it, I think. But Orville series 3. That's the one that's coming out in March.
That looks good. That's coming soon. It's about 2 months from now. Right. Oh, Afterlife. January 7th. I like that as well.
Are they going to do a second season of The Nevers?
Don't know.
Yes, they did. They were saying that
Victorian era X-Men.
Didn't they show you the trailer on the HBO thing for that?
What?
I saw that. And then there's
I wish they would do like a wouldn't it be great if they did an X-Men show set in the 60s when they first aired, when they first came. That would be a really interesting
I'd love
show,
to see a
right?
superhero thing in the 60s. Like that'd be great.
Yeah. A SpiderMan. Yeah, that's not something I've always wanted to do. Fine, but okay, I didn't tell everybody. Please, can you sign up for my Substack? There was a comic strip I put out today. I'm going to be continuing putting comics out. I'm going to also put out. Okay, wait. I got. Please call me Jimmy. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? No, you're not. Okay, fine. Whoa. Okay, very wise. One second. You have my comics, which I have to work out how they can order from you, right? In fact, if you're interested in organizing a Kickstarter campaign I just don't have the bandwidth. But they got much more friendly now. They came out looking fantastic. I'm very, very happy with them.
They're very good. In fact, I had them out because later this afternoon I'm doing a rebuttal video to Mark Brooks, who went on a Twitter tirade about how poor quality CG books are. So.
Oh, get out of here! Yeah, okay, well, I'm glad you're using my books as an example. Really? I come for something else that I think is like right. But yeah, listen, if you want to,
still make more money.
When is the Orville coming out? About every time the Orville says
March.
But still too long. Still too long.
I know. I'm like,
let me do a search. Top TV shows 2022. Top TV shows 2022. What we got coming up? No, man, nothing. I'm interested in.
Well, there is Rebecca Gull season 2 coming, so there we go.
Oh, that I'd watch. So, Miss Marvel, anyone? No. Oh, by the way, if you hate woke, you should watch Foundation. The wokest piece of crap ever. It's awful. Oh my god, I really like bits of it as well. You can see me growing increasingly angry with it.
I still only got the first episode. I only watched the first. I couldn't. I don't know.
The first episode sucked me in.
Ozark. Ozark is that coming back?
Apparently so. Yeah, what's that?
Oh, that's great.
Where'd that go? Mandalorian. When's Mandalorian supposed to be coming out? Wow, it's oh no, they don't have an air date yet. Around the World in 80 Days, that's airing in a few days. Superman and Lois is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ted Lasso I quite enjoy, but I still haven't finished the first season. What else we got here?
I'm a bit
Ozark,
upset
you recommend?
they've stopped doing Luther. I'm a bit upset because they always used to do it at Christmas time, but now they
I
stopped
think they're
doing it.
doing a movie. Are they doing
Are
a
they?
third season of this?
I still didn't. I couldn't get through that series. I gave up.
Listen, I got through it on the performance of what was it Jennifer Connelly on the first season, and then you had Sean Bean on the second season. They basically wrote Jennifer Connelly out.
Oh, I might watch it then if it's got Sean Bean because he's always.
Yeah, Sean Bean comes in the second season, and then January 24th.
I might persevere.
It's again. I wish I had time to watch everything. The
Jennifer Connelly always reminds me of when I was young because of Labyrinth.
She was hot when we were young.
They put that on Netflix.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah. Young Rock, not really interested. Manifest. I think my wife likes that. Yellow Jackets. I heard about that. No, I'm not
The
really
Boys. Is The
When's
Boys
that
having a
coming
season 3? Is that having a season 3?
Yeah, let's have a look when that is. Season 3.
Holy cow!
Although season 2 wasn't too good, it was all right.
No.
It wasn't
Exactly.
I was just going over movies from last year because I'm putting together my best of lists and having people vote. I'm looking at the cast for Last Night in Soho. I did not know that Diana Rigg was still acting.
Oh, yeah.
She's gone now, isn't she?
Yeah, she's gone.
Well, then that must have been her last show.
Yeah.
So there's no.
I'm a huge fan of Edgar Wright, and I haven't seen it yet. I need to see it.
Yeah, I want to see it as well.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, there's no air date for season 3. Peaky Blinders is coming back soon.
I've never seen. Is that any good, guys?
I gave up watching it. I gave up.
Again, don't do drugs,
series.
kids. But Peaky Blinders is much better if you do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it really. Look, when you watch it, it really is designed to.
I love the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I have to say,
never get it.
The comedy routine that she does is appalling, but the actual story around it is really good. I like it.
Very Jewish.
What We Do in the Shadows, I always enjoy. Doctor Who's go screw yourself. Leave me alone. See you.
You know what, guys?
I love this show this year. Resident Alien. Was that that's coming out?
Yeah, Resident Alien's great. I just watch old shows now. I've been watching Dexter, and Dexter's quite good. I really like that.
The new one? I haven't
the
seen
new one yet.
My mum loves Dexter.
Yeah, the new one's good.
January 26th.
I watched old stuff now. I can't stand the new stuff anymore.
January 26th for Resident Alien. That's good.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
good. Outlander. Stop watching that.
It's hoping it doesn't go
Line of Duty is coming back.
No, please.
The Crown. When's that coming back? That's one of my favorite shows.
Is the Blacklist still going?
I know. Freaking amazing, isn't it?
It's still going.
Show's Walking Dead, isn't it?
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's good. I know. So with season 4, so when season
Walking
5
Dead is becoming the literal Walking Dead of a TV.
Exactly. That is so true. So no news on the Crown season. Season 4?
That was only out this year, wasn't it? The last season. Wasn't it?
I stopped watching Walking Dead when they killed off one of my favourite characters horribly, and I thought I can't watch this anymore.
I gave up when they killed Coral.
Yeah.
Coral.
They called Carl. I gave up way before. You know when I gave up Walking Dead when they during the war when they just kept firing and like shooting at each other with no dialogue.
It just like
so boring.
Like when it got really bad when they introduced the guy with the club. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, that's when they killed.
It just went on and on and on and on.
Right.
God,
Better Call Saul, I think, is coming back very soon. Though. Let's see when that's.
I still need to watch that.
What about the shows you miss though? When you used to, before all this crap used to happen? I miss the Mentalists. I miss House. I miss old Dexter. I miss, you know what I mean? There's loads
I'll
of
tell you
shows
what,
that I loved.
I love the fact that I got BritBox because it's got so much great stuff from the back in the day, and they even got remember that comedy show 2.4 Children?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've got the whole series on there now. I'm like, oh, great! I used to love that. growing up. And there was also, I keep hoping they're going to put Are You Being Served? That they got it on the American one. But
I love Are You Being Served. Yeah.
That's so funny.
What was I going to say? So, Are You Being Called? They just say early 2022. And I'm just not interested in this Star Wars crap they're putting out.
See, Joshua M. Quirk in the chat says, "Watch Arcane on Netflix. Oh my god, it's amazing." Yeah, I was crying halfway. Like,
okay,
it was so good.
Wait,
I was like, "This is
Russian
so
doll.
beautiful. I can't handle it."
Wait, there's a new season of Russian Doll.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that, actually. I have to say, I quite enjoyed some of that.
I didn't like it.
Wow, it's renewed for a second season. Well, look at
Did
that.
not like it at all. It was dull. It was boring. Just didn't
I
like
quite liked it.
Was it Afterlife is January 7th? Handmaid's Tale couldn't care less. I think more Righteous Gemstones coming back.
Squid Game, is that coming? I suppose that is definitely coming back then.
End of the year, I reckon. That'll be back.
Yeah.
Of next year, of course.
Yeah.
They're going to do another Lupin?
Another what?
Lupin?
Oh, probably.
Oh, January 9th for Righteous Gemstones.
Probably.
Okay, so like catch up on that. Pure. Pam and Tommy, I want to see. That looks crazy.
Oh, crikey. They're really running out of ideas now, huh?
Okay, what's the name from Downton Abbey? Looks just like Pamela Anderson, okay? I'm not putting it on screen, okay? Looks just like Pamela. I don't know how they did it. Girls 5 Ever. Who would... Oh, God, I am so not watching this.
What's that?
This is like... Oh, my God. This is like...
Oh, they got to have the chubby one in there.
And, of course, it has to be a fat one. What have they done with... firstly, they've written out Tilly in Star Trek Discovery. But what have they done with Tilly? Oh, my God.
Do you know what?
They had an enabler. They had a feeder that they gave her or something. You know,
I know.
Part of a rider.
I know. Yeah, throughout my life, I've known a lot of really hot girls. Right? I'm saying known. Right? And none of them had a fat friend with them. None of them. I don't know where they get this trope from for Hollywood. I don't know where they get it from.
Well, here's the thing. They made Tilly into being a fat. Well, she made herself, I think.
That ain't CGI.
That can't be CGI. They can't. Yeah, it started off with being reasonably like just on the right side of like you can see she get plumper if she stopped looking after herself. She stopped looking after herself. Fine. I'm going to wrap up in a minute. I think it's time for a final drink. One and all. Christmas time, a time of good cheer and peace of all to men.
I don't need permission to have a good drink on Christmas Day.
There you go.
L'chaim.
L'chaim, sir, l'chaim. It's a very good thing.
So, Father, you've got mass again, Tay?
Still, I'm actually the reason I'm looking away is I've been working on the bulletin.
All right.
Because I have mass at 6:30 tonight.
Oh, okay.
So about 6 hours
just
from now.
stop watching The Crown after season 2. Season 3 takes a while to get used to, but by the time they get to season 4, I liked it because it's in my era. That's the 80s, baby. Fine. I'm reasonably squiffy right now. I'm reasonably squiffy. So, it's time for me to wrap up. I'm going to say bid adieu to everyone. Well, not a Jew. A Jew is bidding a Jew to you.
A Jew.
A Jew from a Jew.
Season Creative 101. Have a fantastic holiday. I will see you, I guess, tomorrow when I'll be talking more crap about other things. I've hit the end broadcast button. I hit it again.